Hello my viewers and my subscribers, welcome to my video and to my channel. So Metatron's Academy has made now two videos here about me, one yesterday and one here 1 hour ago, and I'm not going to waste my time responding to all the blah 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 nonsense. Let's go to the serious part of the video. Okay, let's go to the important part here. Forget all the other nonsense. That is just a time waste. Let's go to the important part here. Let's forget all the nonsense and drama and all this bullshit, and let's go to the important parts. Let's watch this one because I want to say something about this.
Let me give you a little piece of advice exposing fake polyglot YouTubers, because if you start exposing the actual fake ones, I wouldn't have anything against you.
You say if I expose the actual fake one, so he's saying the one that I'm exposing are real and not fake. And he says if I expose the actual fake one, then he will not have a problem with me. So for you, who are the real one? Let's play it again. Let's listen this one again.
Let me give you a little piece of advice exposing fake polyglot YouTubers, because if you start exposing the actual fake ones, I wouldn't have anything against you.
He say if I expose the actual fake one, then he will not have a problem with me. So all those people I'm exposing, are they real? So also Wouter Corduina, who say he can speak 29 or 30 languages, when I exposed him, he was real. Or Cool Langs was real. And all those many polyglot YouTubers have exposed. You want to say all those are real? Tell me which one you think are real. And give me proof why they're real. Also, there's something else I want to show that I showed in my other video. But just remember what he said now. He said that I'm exposing the one that is real. So let's go to the next part where I want to tell you something about this also. Remember what he just said. He said that he will not have a problem with me if I were exposing the one that are actually fake. Then listen to this part, because I'm going to say something important now. But just listen to him first here.
By the way, I'm not responding to you because I didn't see your comment, but he doesn't believe it because he's a conspiracy theorist. So he's...
Yeah, wahaha. Of course, my comments, he say he didn't see it, but he see the comments from all other people except of my comments. Just bullshit. But let's forget about this part and then go to something even more important that he will say now.
Gonna say Metatron is a liar. He's pretending not to see. Okay, we can. You know what? I probably shouldn't even give him the time of day, but let's do this. Exposing fake polyglots, so I can prove you wrong. And then, if you're a man of honor, you will admit that you were wrong. Find an Italian native speaker. Find a Japanese native speaker, find a Sicilian native speaker, anyone, you choose them, not me, so you're going to accuse me that I'm vetting them, not me. Find native speakers, and then we'll have a live stream, and I'll speak all these languages native live with these people, so then you could stop this nonsense. Not that I care, he gets no views, like completely. It's just funny, though. It's funny.
Yeah, also I don't really care how many languages you can speak, because I've said that is not the biggest problem with your channel and Evildea's channel. The biggest problem is not how many languages you can speak. The biggest problem is that you're supporting some of the polyglot YouTubers that are fake liars and scammers. And this Metatron, he said that I'm exposing the wrong one. So who are the wrong one that I'm exposing? I will go back to that now. But first, he said that he will not have a problem to make a live stream with me where I get some native speakers in the languages. He said that he can speak to show proof that he can speak those languages. But the funny thing, he did not say in the languages that he can speak. He only mentioned 3 languages. He only mentioned the Italian and the Sicilian and the Japanese. And of course the English, he's speaking English now. We know he can speak English. So he mentions 3 languages: Italian and Sicilian and Japanese. So he wants me to bring native speakers who can speak Italian, Sicilian and Japanese. But you said that you can speak 7 or 8 languages. How about the other languages also? How about the French and Spanish and also the Chinese and the Greek? If you want me to bring native speakers to test you on a live stream, then I need to bring native speakers in all the languages. Not only in the Italian and Sicilian and Japanese, but also native speakers of Chinese and Greek and Spanish and French. Also those 4 languages. So do we have a deal that I will do that? And that's not the only thing that I want. The next thing is, since you say that I'm exposing the wrong polyglot YouTubers, or the one that you think are not fake, then give me the names of those people, of those polyglot YouTubers that you think are not fake that I'm exposing. Give me the name of those people, and if those people are Luca Lampariello, Lindy Buttis, Oli Richards, Richard Simcott, Steve Kaufman, Oriental Pearl, if those are the wrong people in your opinion and you want to say that those people are real polyglots, then I don't only want to make a live stream testing you in the languages you say you can speak, then I also want you to talk to your friends. I think you are friends with them or some of them, but there's a big chance that you're friends with all of them, because I know you are part of the language learning scam community. Even you keep making fun and say there's no community or no cabal or whatever you want to say. They make fun and make it look like I'm making up things and make it look like there's no big scam community. There is a big scam community. But let's forget about this scam community thing now. You say that those people are real, then maybe he will say he have not said that. If you have not said that, you have two choices. You have 2 choices. You can admit that those people that I just mentioned are fake and not real polyglot and scammers. If you don't admit that, and you want to say that they can speak the languages that they say they can speak and that they're real polyglot YouTubers or they're real polyglot, if you want to say that they're real polyglot and they're not fake and not scammers, then since I know you already are talking with Oriental Pearl, what I showed in my other video, the video Oriental Pearl made about the list of fake polyglot, the list that your friend Evildea have made. Since you are talking with Oriental Pearl, and I know Oriental Pearl is talking with some of the other polyglot YouTubers, I know she's talking with Wouter Corduena, and I think also she's talking with Steve Kaufman, and also I think with Luca Lampariello and Lindy Buttis and Oli Richards, like that. I think all of you are talking together, but I'm very sure that there's a big chance that you will say that you're not doing that, but maybe you will admit that you're doing it. But if you don't admit that you're talking with those people I mentioned, then I know that some of the people you're talking with are talking with those people that I mentioned. The people I mentioned is Steve Kaufman, Oriental Pearl, Lindy Buttis, Oli Richards, Richard Simcott, Luca Lamparello. At least to 6 polyglot YouTubers I mentioned here. I want you to bring them also, or make agreement with them, that I will also bring some native speakers in all the languages that they say they can speak. Luca Lamparello said that he can speak 15 languages. Then I will get native speakers in all those 15 languages to test him on a live stream to see if he can speak all those 15 languages. Lindy Botes said in a video before that she can speak certain languages. Then I will get certain people or who can speak to certain languages to test her on a live stream. Richard Simcott said that he can speak 50 plus languages. Then I'll see if I can get 50 plus people in all those languages that he said that he can speak. Then we test him on a live stream. Then Steve Kaufman said he can speak 20 plus languages. Then I get 20 people or 20 plus people who can speak those 20 plus languages. Then we test him on a live stream. And Oriental Pearl said that she can speak 5 Asian languages. Then I get 5 people from those 5 native speakers of those 5 Asian languages to test her on a live stream. So I don't know if there was one I forgot. And Oli Richards also. Oli Richards, he said that he can speak 8 languages. Then I get people in those 8 languages, native speakers of those 8 languages to test him on a live stream. So are you ready for that deal, or are you afraid to do it? And I have watched the other video. You and Evildea keeps laughing and ha ha ha, blah blah blah, whatever. And about the being boyfriend joke, it was not me who made up that joke. It was someone who made a comment. Then I just thought it was funny to joke about it. But it looks like you took it seriously, or I don't know if you took it seriously, but it was just a joke. I know you're not boyfriends. I know you're not together, not boyfriends. It was just a joke. And it was not my joke. It was someone else who made the comment. Then I just continued the joke about it. But let's go back to the important thing, is that if you are ready to do what you said, then we can test you on a live stream. Then I can get some people to test you, but not only you, not only you, also the people that you say are real polyglots, then we test them also. And especially the people that I mentioned their name. And if you want to say that those people are real, then we test them. Then you bring them or make agreement with them. Then we test them on a live stream. And if you don't do that, then you should at least admit that those people are fake, liars, and scammers. If they cannot do it, then they're fake, liars, and scammers. So let's see who is going to laugh last. Let's see who is going to laugh last. Bring those people: Luca Lamparello, Steve Kaufman, Oli Richards, Richard Simcott, Lindy Botes, Oriental Pearl. And we test them all on live stream. I bring some people who can speak all those languages. And don't worry, there are many people here from many different countries. So don't worry, I will find some people who can speak those languages. Then we test those polyglot YouTubers that you say that are real. And if you cannot do that, then you have to admit that they're not real and they're fake and scammers. And also, if you cannot do that, then it means that you are supporting people who are fake, liars, and scammers. And what does that mean? That means that I've been telling the truth about them being fake, liars, and scammers. And what does it also mean? It also means that I've been telling the truth when I say that you, Metatron, and Evildea are defending people who are liars and scammers. And what does it also mean? It also mean that I've been telling the truth when I say that you, Metatron, and Evildea are defending people who are liars and scammers. And what does it also mean? It also mean that I've been telling the truth when I say that you, Metatron, and Evildea are defending people who are liars and scammers. And if you do that, then you're also liars and scammers. So I'm not going to repeat again. I'm very sure you understood what I was saying. You can see here that Metatron, Evildea and Oriental Pearl have communication with each other, and Oriental Pearl also have communication with Wouter Corduina and Steve Kaufman and many of the other polyglot YouTubers. And also Oriental Pearl have communication with Wouter Corduina. She said in the video that she called Wouter Corduina on the phone and talked with him, and Wouter Corduina have video with Richard Simcott, and Richard Simcott is communicating with all the polyglot YouTubers, especially the famous one like Luca Lampriello and Ollie Richards and Lindy Botez and Steve Kaufman. Richard Simcott have communication with all of them, and Richard Simcott have communication with Wouter Corduina, and Wouter Corduina have communication with Oriental Pearl. It means that all of them have communication together. And since all of them have communication together, then it will not be a problem for Metatron to talk to them or to talk to Oriental Pearl. Then she can communicate with them. So there will be no problem for him, Metatron, to communicate with Luca Lampriello, Richard Simcott, Ollie Richards, Lindy Botez, Steve Kaufman, and tell them that we need to make a live stream testing them, that I will bring some native speakers in all the languages that they say that they can speak. Metatron, you said you have no problem to prove. Then you say that it was only about you. No, no, no. No, 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 and no, and million no. Not only about you. Because my biggest problem is not about how many languages you can speak. My biggest problem is about those polyglot YouTubers there. And you're saying that they are real. And you're saying that I'm exposing the wrong one. Since you're saying that I'm exposing the wrong one, and you say that they're real, then bring them on and let's test them on live stream, and I'll bring some people to test them. So are you a man, and are you ready for that? And will you admit that you're wrong if I show proof that you are wrong? So bring those people and let's test them on live stream. That I bring some native speakers who can speak all the languages that they say they can speak in every language. Then we test those people and see if they're real or not. If you cannot do that, and if you don't respond on this, and if you respond also but you don't do it, if you cannot do this, then it means that those people are fake liars and scammers. And it means that you're supporting people who are fake liars and scammers. And if you support people who are fake liars and scammers, then you're also a liar and a scammer. And it means that I'm telling the truth and all of you are the one who are lying. And maybe you should bring Exaumnik too, this clown there in the middle of the video there, so we can test him in all the languages that he pretends that he can speak. So bring this clown there in the middle of the video, this Exaumnik or Exauma, this Exauma or Exaumnik clown. Bring him also, that we can make a live stream with him, that I get people from all those countries of those languages that he pretend that he can speak, native speakers of those languages. Then we can test this clown Exauma there who pretend to speak a lot of languages. Here is one of the people that you're going to bring to a live stream with me, so he can show proof that he can speak all the languages that he say that he can speak. Steve Kaufman. I've learned 20 languages. he says that he have learned 20 languages. So, live stream with Steve Kaufman, where I bring some native speakers in all the languages that he say that he can speak. Then I need to see proof that he can speak all those 20 languages. That's number one. Here, the next one. Richard Simcott. You can see here in the top left, it says, I speak more than 50 languages. He say that he speak more than 50 languages. Bring me also Richard Simcott for a live stream that I bring some native speakers in those 50 plus languages. You can write down a list for me with all those languages that he say that he can speak. Then I bring some native speakers to test him in all those 50 plus languages or in as many languages possible. Then we'll see if he can speak how many languages or if he can speak any language beside of English. So bring me also Richard Simcott to test him. The next one here, Luca Lamparello, who say that he have learned 15 languages and can speak 15 languages. Also bring Luca Lamparello that I make a live stream with him and bring people who can speak those 15 languages, native speakers who can speak those 15 languages. Then we also test Luca Lamparello. You can see here a video 5 years ago from this Days and Words. You can see on the thumbnail what's his secret 14 languages and the title how Luca Lamparello learned 14 languages, the secret of a polyglot champion. Let's see if he is a real champion and can speak those 14 or 15 languages. And while we are at this, why not also test this clown here? This clown here now pretend that he can speak more languages also. Before he was only saying that he's learning Swedish. Now he also want to say that he's learning Japanese and French and Spanish and Italian. Maybe we should also bring him on a live stream and test him if he can speak all those languages that he said that he can speak. How many languages is it now? Is it 5 or 6 languages now? Only 2 years or 3 years ago, he could only speak English and maybe Swedish. Then suddenly in only 2 years or 3 years, then he can speak 3 or 4 more languages. And suddenly he can also speak Spanish and Italian and French and Japanese, 4 languages in only 2 years or 3 years. Let's also bring this guy here if you want to say that he's real. If you say this Days and Words is real, then also bring him for a live stream that we test him in the French and Japanese and Spanish and Italian and Swedish. Then we can test if he can speak all those languages. Also, Lindy Boutes here, she says that she can speak certain languages. You can see here the title of the video, switching between certain languages, and then on the thumbnail it says what goes on in a polyglot brain, and I've already showed a video what goes on in your polyglot brains. But also bring Lindy Boutes, then we test her in the certain languages that she say here that she can speak, and you can see the flags there on the thumbnail of the languages that she pretend that she can speak. Also bring her for live stream, then I bring some native speakers in all those languages, and I know I can test her in the Arabic, but I can also get someone else for the Arabic if you don't want to believe me. Let's see who else. How about your friend here, Cool Langs? Maybe you should also test him in all the languages that he say that he can speak. He have a video here saying something about 11 plus languages on Omegle, the video in the middle. And here look, the video on the right side, white guy speaks 13 languages on Omegle. And something about shock or shocks. Let's make a live stream Then we'll see who will get shocked. Let's make a live stream with Cool Langs, where I get some native speakers in all those 13 languages, or how many languages he say he can speak. Then we'll see if he will shock anyone. Who is next here now? Next one, Oli Richards. You can see here he have an album here, or a playlist. You have a playlist here. Oli Richards speaks 8 languages. Bring Oli Richards. Then we test him on a live stream. I get some native speakers in all 8 languages. Then we test him if he can speak those 8 languages. And maybe we should also test Evildea in the languages that he say that he can speak. But the truth is, I don't care so much about how many languages you and Evildea can speak. But we can still test it if you want. We can test if he can speak Esperanto. Then you say that he's fluent and can speak it. But we can still test it. Then also the Mandarin Chinese, we can test it. And also the Tokipona, we can test it. But for me, the most important is not you and Evildea. The more important is that we test the other people. If you tell me only to test you, Metatron and Evildea, no, that's not enough. The most important for me is that you bring those other polyglot YouTubers that you are defending and saying that they are real, and we test those people. That's the most important. Also your friend here that you were defending, these Golormi languages, he pretend that he can speak 9 or 10 languages. Maybe he can speak some of them or know a little beginner stuff in some of them. But I don't believe that he can speak all of them at a high level or good level. I don't believe that he can speak all of them at a good level. And you can see here, he has some video here. American polyglot troll woman in 10 languages. And on the thumbnail it says 12 languages. So is it 10 or 12? These Golormi languages, you can also bring him for a live stream where we test him in those 10 or 12 languages that he said that he can speak. Then we can see if he can really speak all those 10 or 12 languages at a good level, not just saying few words or few sentences that he memorized, not just some few sentences he memorized or few beginner stuff. No, real test where someone tests him in every language, different person, of course. In every language, someone who's native speaker in Italian, native speaker in Swedish or Croatian or Russian, Romanian, German, and all those languages that he said that he can speak. And one of the languages is also Danish. So let's test this guy also on a live stream. Then we will see if he can really speak all those languages that he pretend to speak, because you were defending him and saying that I am exposing the wrong polyglot YouTubers. Here the next one, Oriental Pearl, your good friend. She said that she can speak 5 Asian languages: Mandarin, Japanese, Korean, Cantonese, Vietnamese. So let's test her in those 5 languages and see if she can really speak those 5 languages on a good level, high level, not only few words or few beginner stuff. Let's test her in all 5 languages. It is possible for a person to speak 5 languages, but actually with those 5 Asian languages plus English, then she say that she can speak 6 languages. If you count those 5 languages plus her native language English, then it's 6 languages. But of course she can speak English, so we're not going to test that. But let's test her in those 5 Asian languages. Then I'll bring people who are native speakers of each of those 5 Asian languages, then we test her if she can speak all those languages on a good level, high level. And if you want to test Wouter Corduina also, you can bring him or other people that you say that are real. You can bring them, then we can test them on live stream. Then I get native speakers in those languages. They say they can speak, then we test them. If you cannot do that, then it means that those people are fake. Or else you need to admit by yourself that those people are fake. And not only saying that they're fake by saying that they can speak the languages but on different levels and all this bullshit. No, that bullshit doesn't count. They are pretending that they are good at all those languages or most of the languages, and also that many of them are selling different products like courses or ebooks or other stuff like that. They're selling different products, coaching, ebooks, courses, Skype video calls, things like that. Many of those people, I don't know if Oriental Pearl is selling something, but still, let's test her also. But I know Ole Richards is selling his own ebook in many different languages, and he have been on TV channels, and I think also in newspapers, and also he have been in some seminar in universities where he have been talking about language learning, this Ole Richards. And the same with Luca Lampriello, have been in newspaper, New York Times, and also I think in some TV channels. The same with Ole Richards and Richard Simcott. He have also been on TV channels, and the same with Lindy Botes. All those people, you bring them, that we test them on live stream, and I get native speakers to test them. If you don't do that, then those people are fake and liars and scammers, and that means that you're also supporting liars and scammers. And if you support people who are fake liars and scammers, then you're also a liar and a scammer, and the same with Evildea. So you better bring those people to prove that they can speak the languages that they say they can speak. You wanted to play smart in your video or live stream or whatever. You wanted to play smart in your video and talking about being a man and admit if I'm wrong and all this bullshit. Okay, you be a man, and Oriental Pearl be a woman, Lindy Botes be a woman or whatever, Richard Simcott, Ole Richards, Steve Kaufman, Luca Lampriello, and these days and words, they should be also men and real men, and show proof that they can speak all the languages that they say that they can speak. Or else they should admit that they cannot speak those languages. So that's it. And one last time, if you don't do this, and if those polyglot YouTubers don't show proof and don't take the challenge, and I know those polyglot YouTubers that I mentioned are watching my channel, so I know that they're going to watch this. If they don't show proof and don't accept the challenge to make a live stream with me where I bring native speakers in all the languages, it means that they're fake and cannot speak all those languages. If they cannot do it, or don't accept it, or don't react to this, or don't say anything, it means that they're fake liars and scammers, and it means that I'm the one who's telling the truth. And maybe you should also bring this Kevin abroad here, who say that he can speak 6 languages. This clown here, Kevin Abroad, who is supporting the fake polyglot YouTubers, making a video in less than 6 minutes, speaking 6 languages, less than 1 minute per language. Maybe should also bring this clown here and see if he can speak all those languages that we test him on a live stream. And also this study with Alex, who pretend that he can speak 10 languages or more. Maybe should also bring this clown here, Study with Alex, who pretend to speak 10 or 11 or 12 languages. Then we can test him in all those languages on a live stream, that I get native speakers testing him in all those languages. This clown here who made fun of me and made up lies about me. And before, when this clown made video about me and said stupid things about me and made up lies about me, then I made a video telling him to make a live stream with me where he show proof that he can speak those languages that he said that he can speak, but then he never responded me because he cannot do it. But you can tell him to try to do it now, and the same with the other scammers. And let's see if you can make any one of those people make a live stream with me proving that they can speak all the languages that they say they can speak. And if they cannot do it, and you cannot make them do it, then it means that I'm the one who's telling the truth, and that those people are fake liars and scammers, and it means that you're supporting people who are fake liars and scammers. That means that you're also a liar and a scammer. Same like Evildea. And maybe you should also bring this clown here, Gabriel Silva, who say that he can speak 25 languages. Maybe you should bring this clown here who say that he can speak 25 languages. Then I bring people who are native speakers in those 25 languages. Then I make a live stream with this guy here. Then we test him if he can really speak 25 languages. And maybe you should bring this Wouter Corduina also, who say that he can speak 30 plus languages. Then we can test him if he can speak to 30 plus languages on live stream. Let's test Wouter Corduina on live stream. Then I get native speakers on all those 29 or 30 languages that he say that he can speak. And here also Wouter Corduina speaking with this other polyglot named Polyglot Secrets. Interview challenge in certain languages with legendary polyglot Wouter Corduina together with this Polyglot Secrets. Maybe should also bring this Polyglot Secrets. Then we can test her if she can speak those certain languages on a live stream. This Polyglot Secrets here. Maybe you should test her also if she can speak to certain languages that she said that she was speaking with Wouter Corduina. So bring on those people, then we test them if they're real or not. We test them on live stream with native speakers. And maybe you should also bring this language come up who pretend that he can speak Russian and Spanish, but maybe he know a little Russian and a little Spanish. But then we can test how good it is, if he's really good high level as he pretend that he is. And maybe you should also bring this Iklal here, who pretend to speak 9 or 10 or how many languages, and the same with the other people that she's making video with. And maybe you should also test those other polyglot YouTubers here who are with her in this video. This Mahia Polyglot and this other polyglot here, and this Zoe Languages, the one on the left side, and then the other one in the middle also beside of her. Maybe should also test all of them and see if they can speak all those 10 languages that they say they can speak. And the same with many other polyglot YouTubers. Maybe should test all of them. You can just bring them on, then we test them on live stream, then I bring native speakers to test them. And maybe also this one, Couch Polyglot, she have a video here saying that she's speaking in 8 languages, and another video here, Polyglot speaking 8 languages. Maybe we should also test her in those 8 languages, or how many languages that she say that she can speak. So bring her on for a live stream, then I get native speakers in all those languages, then we test her. Also this one here, this Hannah Sophie, she says that she can speak 7 languages. Maybe you should also bring her for a live stream. Then I bring native speakers to test her in all those languages, if she can speak all those languages or not. Maybe you should also bring this clown here, this Rhapsody. Then we can test him if he can speak those 12 languages that he said that he can speak. Bring this clown here, Rhapsody. Then we test him on live stream. We get people who can speak all those languages. Then we test him on live stream. And maybe you should also bring your friend here, Language Jones, and see if he can really speak those languages that he said that he can speak, like Farsi and Spanish and Russian and French. And he pretend that he know a lot of things about many different languages. Maybe you should also test him in the Farsi and Spanish and Russian and also in French. And look here, when you click on the home page, then all his products show up here that he's selling some products. He's selling some products, this Language Jones also. So maybe you should also tell your friend Language Jones that we should test him also on a live stream in Farsi and Spanish and Russian and also in French, since he wants to pretend that he knows a lot of things about those languages. And maybe you should also bring Language Simp that we can test him if he can speak the languages that he pretend to speak. Then some people say that it's just comedy. If it's just comedy, then why now he's selling an ebook about language learning? If his channel is just comedy and joke, then why now he's selling an ebook about language learning? So maybe you should tell your scammer friend who is part of the language learning scam community, Language Simp, that we also need to test him in all those languages that he pretend that he can speak on a live stream. We test him on a live stream, getting native speakers in those languages and testing him. And maybe you should also test your scammer friend Ikena on a live stream with native speakers to test him if he can speak all the languages that he say that he can speak. He says here in his description, by 30 years old, my mission is to speak 10 languages. And he has some videos where he pretend to speak 12 or 16 languages or something like that. So maybe you should test him also. Here a video from Ikena 5 years ago. Polyglot speaks 14 languages in VR chat. So maybe you should make a live stream also with Ikena that I bring native speakers of those 14 languages, and then we test him on live stream if he can speak those 14 languages. And maybe we should also make a live stream with Benny Lewis, who pretend that he can speak 8 or 9 or 10 languages. Then we can test him on live stream or get some native speakers to test him on live stream also. Let's test this Benny Lewis also on live stream, who have been on TED Talks and also I think on this National Geographic, and who say that you can be fluent in 3 months. Let's also test this Benny Lewis on live stream. Here you can see he had a video here 14 years ago, Polyglot tour of flat in 8 languages and 6 dialects. Speaking 8 languages and 6 dialects in less than 3 minutes. Let's also test this Benny Lewis, because people were making fun of my videos about Benny Lewis. So let's test this Benny Lewis also. Bring Benny Lewis also that we test him. You can see here that Benny Lewis also have video here with Lindy Butes, and also here with this language come up. All of them are together in a big scam community. Even this Metatron and Evildea are lying about it and saying that it's not a community and it's not a scam community or not a cabal. It is a big scam community, and they're all working together to scammers. Maybe you should also bring this Alexander Arguelles, that we can test him on live stream if he can speak all the languages that he said that he can speak. Look here, this video here 1 year ago, how to learn 10 languages in 5 years. And you have actually been in a newspaper. You can see there on the thumbnail that you have been in a newspaper saying how to learn 10 languages in 5 years. 10 languages in 5 years, like what the hell, man? Like, what kind of joke is this? Maybe you should bring this clown here, Alexander Arguelles, scammer clown. Maybe you should bring this Alexander Arguelles, scammer clown, that we can put him on live stream, and then I get some native speakers in all the languages that he pretend to speak. I don't know if he pretend to speak more than 10 languages or how many languages. You have many videos pretending to speak a lot of languages. Then maybe you should bring him, then we test him also on live stream. Here I searched on Google how many languages can Alexander Arguelles speak. It says that Arguelles is highly proficient in 10 languages: English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Dutch, Catalan, Swedish, and Korean, and has knowledge of more than 60 languages. Knowledge of more than 60 languages? Yeah, why? Bullshit, man. But it says here that he can speak 10 languages. So let's test him if he can speak 10 languages on live stream. If you cannot bring those people, or at least some of the important people that I mentioned, same like Luca Lampriello, Steve Kaufman, Oli Richard Simcott, Lindy Botes. If you cannot bring at least those 5 people to test them on live stream, and that I bring some native speakers to test them on live stream, if you cannot do that, if you cannot make any of them make a live stream proving that they are real, then at least you have to admit that they are fake, liars, and scammers, since you cannot make them prove that they are real. If you cannot make them make a live stream with me where I bring native speakers to show that they are real or not real, if you cannot do that, then at least you have to admit that they are fake and that I am the one who's telling the truth. Then it means that I'm the one who's telling the truth. And the same, if those people don't accept the challenge, then it means that they are fake, liars, and scammers, and it means that I'm the one who's telling the truth.